Best strategies for Monopoly Go. Hey there! Ready to take your Monopoly Go game to the next level? This week I'm sharing the best strategies for Monopoly Go that'll help you dominate the board and crush your opponents. Let's dive into these essential tips and tricks to get you ahead of the game. Step 1. Know the rules inside out. First things first, make sure you know the rules inside out. Understanding the basics is key to outsmarting your opponents. In Monopoly Go, the goal is to acquire properties, build on them, and ultimately bankrupt your opponents. But it's the finer details that can make a big difference in your strategy. For example, do you know how the auction system works? If someone lands on the property but decides not to buy it, it goes up for auction. This is a golden opportunity to acquire properties at a lower price. Knowing the mortgage rules can also be a game changer. Mortgaging a property can give you quick cash when you need it most, but remember to pay it off when your finances stabilize. Take time to familiarize yourself with the board layout too. Understand where high traffic properties are, like the orange and red color sets, which tend to have a higher chance of being landed on. This knowledge gives you a strategic advantage when buying properties and planning your moves. Step 2. Prioritize the orange and red properties. One of the best kept secrets of winning Monopoly Go is prioritizing the orange and red properties. Statistically, these color sets are landed on more frequently than others, especially after players get out of jail. That makes these properties incredibly lucrative, as they offer higher chances of collecting rent. Start by focusing on buying properties like St. James's Place, Tennessee Avenue, and New York Avenue for the orange set, and Kentucky Avenue, Indiana Avenue, and Illinois Avenue for the red set. If you can, aim to complete these sets and start building houses quickly. The rent increase with each house is significant, which will put you in a stronger financial position. Also, consider this. Investing in these properties makes it tough for your opponents to survive. If they repeatedly land on your developed properties, their cash will drain fast. Prioritizing these properties early in the game can give you a major advantage, putting you in a position to dominate as the game progresses. Next step, use jail strategically. Believe it or not, jail can be your friend, especially in the later stages of Monopoly Go. Once you have a strong portfolio of properties and several houses or hotels built, being in jail can protect you from landing on your opponent's properties and paying hefty rents. When you're in jail, you're still able to collect rent from others. You can strategize to stay in jail as long as possible, especially if the board is covered with expensive properties. But during the early game, you'll want to avoid jail, since moving around the board and acquiring properties is more critical at that point. Knowing when to stay and when to leave jail is a crucial strategy. In the late game, consider not paying the $50 to get out. Consider not paying the $50 to get out immediately, and instead try your luck with the dice. This can save you money and prevent unnecessary risks. Jail can be a safe haven once you're in the lead, allowing you to maintain your assets while others struggle on the board. Next tip, build houses, not hotels. Next up, let's talk about building houses versus hotels. While hotels sound impressive, they're not always the best choice. In fact, the strategic move is often to build up to 3 or 4 houses on each property in a colour set, without upgrading to a hotel. The reason? Well, Monopoly Go has a limited number of houses available. By building 3 or 4 houses on multiple properties, you're creating a house shortage for other players, which limits their ability to build up their own properties. This strategy keeps your opponents from making progress while maximizing your rent potential. Building hotels may be necessary at some point, but early on, focus on spreading out your houses. This way, you're effectively blocking others and increasing your income from rent without giving them an opportunity to catch up. And next up, play smart with mortgages. Mortgaging properties can be a lifesaver in Monopoly Go, but it's important to play smart. If you're low on cash and need to pay rent or purchase a valuable property, mortgaging some of your lesser used properties can give you a quick cash infusion. Prioritize mortgaging properties that are not part of a completed colour set, as they bring in less rent. Remember, you can still trade mortgaged properties, which can be a sneaky way to complete a colour set with an opponent. Just make sure you have a plan to unmortgaged properties when you're back on your feet. Also, consider holding onto cash rather than unmortgaging properties too soon. Keeping a cash buffer is crucial in Monopoly Go, as you'll never know when you'll land on an expensive rent. Only unmortgage properties when you're confident it won't leave you vulnerable. Next up, master the art of trading. Trading is where Monopoly Go truly comes alive. Negotiating effectively with other players can help you acquire complete color sets and increase your income potential. The key to successful trading is knowing what your opponents need and what you have that's valuable to them. When you're looking to trade, always consider the bigger picture. Don't just focus on completing your own color sets. Think about how your trades will impact your opponents. For instance, if you're offering a trade that helps your opponent complete a set, make sure you're getting an equally valuable asset in return. Don't be afraid to be a tough negotiator. Sometimes offering money along with properties can sweeten the deal, or you can propose immunity deals where you don't have to pay rent on certain properties. Be creative with your trades, and remember that the goal is to benefit more than your opponent in each transaction. Next tip, don't underestimate the railroads. Railroads may seem secondary, but they can actually provide steady income throughout the game. Owning all 4 railroads can generate a significant amount of rent, especially since the cost of landing on a railroad doubles with each one owned. If you can collect all 4 railroads early on, you'll establish a reliable income source that can help keep you afloat, even if your property holdings aren't ideal. The railroads are also excellent trading assets. Many players undervalue them, which can give you leverage when you're negotiating. Keep in mind that railroads are often seen as less risky, since they don't require hotels or houses to bring in money. If you find yourself low on cash or needing to mortgage properties, holding on to railroads can still provide income without additional investment. Next step, plan your moves around high rent properties. In Monopoly Go, some properties carry much higher rent than others, especially when developed. Planning your moves around these high rent properties can help you avoid major setbacks. Keep an eye on properties like Boardwalk and Park Place, which carry some of the highest rents in the game. If you notice that one of your opponents has developed these high rent areas, try to avoid them by using chance or community chest cards that allow movement, or by opting for strategies that keep you in jail when it's to your advantage. Alternatively, if you own high rent properties, funnel your resources into these areas to make them even more dangerous for opponents. The goal is to either avoid these spots or make them as costly as possible for your competition. Next, keep an eye on the cash flow. Managing your cash flow is essential in Monopoly Go. Overspending on properties or developing them too quickly can leave you cash strapped, which makes you vulnerable to rent payments or unexpected fees. Always have enough cash on hand to handle sudden expenses. A good rule of thumb is to maintain a buffer of cash at all times, especially as the game progresses and rents increase. Avoid going all in on property development until you're certain you won't need that cash elsewhere. Keep in mind that it's better to survive a few more rounds than go bankrupt due to poor cash management. Another key cash management strategy is to avoid impulsive purchases. Only buy properties when they fit into your overall strategy, rather than buying just because you can. This way, you're making strategic decisions that serve your end goal of winning. Next, observe and adapt to opponent strategies. Lastly, keep an eye on your opponents and adapt your strategy accordingly. Monopoly Go is as much about observing other players as it is about playing your own game. Are they hoarding cash, mortgaging properties, trying to complete a certain color set? The more you pay attention, the better you can anticipate their moves and counteract them. If you notice someone aggressively targeting a color set, consider blocking them by purchasing one of the properties they need, even if it's not part of your immediate strategy, that is. By adapting to their strategies and staying flexible, you'll be able to maintain an edge over your opponents and control the game's flow. Monopoly Go is a game of both skill and observation, so staying alert can often be the difference between winning and losing. And there you have it. With these best strategies for Monopoly Go, you're all set to dominate the board and outwit your opponents. Start practicing these tips today and watch your Monopoly Go skills soar. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more awesome gaming tips. You've got this!